I belong to you.
I belong to you.
Do just what you want.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. So, as for the group 1, we will be presenting the topics of the contribution of Maqasid al-Shariah towards financial stability and macroeconomic scheme. What is Maqasid al-Shariah? Maqasid al-Shariah is derived from the Arabic word maqsid, which refers to purpose, objective, intent, or principle. So, Maqasid al-Shariah has a deeper and wider meanings of wisdom. When Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala enacts the law in the Holy Quran. So, what is the relationship with the financial stability and macroeconomic scheme?
One of the fundamental values of Maqasid Shariah is protection of intellect, which is to prevent all the negative influences that will lead to serious corruption of humans' mind. This needs to be done so that the mental and spiritual condition of human is protected. So, what are the connection between Maqasid Shariah and financial stability and also macroeconomic gains? First is that employees with good intellectual level are performing well in the economy. This is because their contribution coming from high attitude and commitment to the work will surely enhance the productivity of a company, thus making the economy level to the greater good. The second point is that academic success needs to be achieved by current students who are about to be future workers in the future, so that they might fulfill the job opportunities in the future. Schools and other educational institutions provide good teaching system that make sure students will benefit from the knowledge to seek Allah's pleasure, and also having good results that will take them to the higher level of life, which will help them to secure good opportunities to get good jobs, and these good jobs will help them to ensure that they will increase their wealth to survive in the future. For example, an accounting firm needs a certified accountant from high academic background, not only to give them high income, but also to make good reports to make sure that the economy is in safe hand with the good cash flow and make the financial stability better. People with good sanity are able to fit in the work culture even with bad academic performance, especially in the work that requires sweat and physical ability. This is because these workers do not seek alcohol consumption, which as an effect cause them to have good state of mind, such as construction workers who are working in constructing buildings that surely boost the economic growth. And basically, these people can avoid unemployment risk, as least sane workers are most likely to be unemployed in the labor force. The fourth point is that it's about the ability of employers in a company to make good decision making, which can determine the rise or fall in a particular economy. It is because decision makings are very important, especially in creating solutions to a problem, and also to create opportunities such as marketability that can help boost sales in a business. Good decision makings always come from employer who can think rationally to make smart decisions and not making stupid decisions that can cause firms to incur losses and damages. That is all from me.
The importance for Maqasid Shariah for financial stability and again of macroeconomics is to attain the essential, which is al-Daruriyah. This fundamental of Maqasid Shariah may be achieved by the financial planning. People may live comfortably and worship his or her God peacefully through controlling their own asset within framework by believing their own gods. Next, the importance for Maqasid Shariah is to achieve the complementary, which is al-Hajiyah. People may enhance their conditions and survive better peacefully via various forms such as controlling personal income and providing resource to the suitable housing, reliable conveyance, good medical treatment, and sufficient resource to the residents. The third point for the importance of Maqasid Syariah is for the establishment of indulgence, which is al-Tashniyat. There are multiple ways today to making greater earnings than is necessary. For example, there are a few strategies to increase money and for the establishment, such as rates, equities, unit trust, and other financial management. Moreover, the Sharia teaching places a heavy focus on protecting one's riches. As a result, it has set down an explicit requirements such as for the need for recognition of the ownership and specified sanction for violating the rights of others. For instance, the punishment of thief has stated clearly in the Al-Quran without the regard of the gender of the culprit. To wind up all the points in this article for the contribution of the Maqasid Syariah for financial stability and macroeconomic gains, we can conclude that Maqasid Syariah is to be proven to be an important value in economics and its direction. It is indeed related so much with the fundamental elements in macroeconomics, such as business cycles, the growth and the investment of the gross domestic product that measure the economic up and downs and its consistency.
Finance is a branch of economics. Finance is a discipline of money. There are two types of financial system in general. The first is the conventional financial system, and the second is the Islamic financial system. The first effect of Islamic intermediation to finance is the Islamic financial system has banned the involvement of interest rate in the financial system. Nowadays, many banks charge interest rate to customers. The influence in Islam is said to have affected the bank's profitability. It also allows customers to choose not to engage in the usury system. It does not mean banks are not allowed to earn profit. They can earn profit, but not through usury, but are allowed to service charges. Moreover, in the Islamic financial system, few financing products are offered to customers. Islamic financing products such as ITAB, Ijarah, Sumabat and more. This is said because Islamic finance prohibits the usual system in its products. It would cause limitation to policy makers in the economy. For example, the National Bank will use the overnight policy rate to control the problem of inflation and deflation. The overnight policy rate is a national interest rate in our country. Islamic influence change economic decisions. Another fascinating effect of Islamic finance is risk sharing. We often have misconception about Islamic financing. It is regularly presumed that Islamic banking is safer compared to conventional banking, as it is not applying interest rates. However, Islamic financing is relatively riskier than conventional financing, as it relies more on equity than debt financing. Finally, asset-based financing. Islamic finance gives priority to asset-based financing in sales and transaction. In conclusion, the Islamic financial system has influenced world finance in particular by providing a system free from illegal elements such as riba, maisir and ghurur. As good as Muslim, we must avoid using the non-Sharia financial products.
So, how does Maqasid al-Shariah related to the financial stability? So, how is this related? Firstly, we can see that Maqasid al-Shariah has contributed to the continuous expansion in this industry of banking. How is thus related to the continuous expansion of Islamic banking? For example, we have a few countries such as Brunei, Malaysia and Singapore who start to contribute in their domestic market share and open up the market share to the Islamic banking financing. It has shown that domestic Maqasid al-Shariah has contributed to the continuous market share in the banking world. So my question is, does the financial world getting better with the help and the establishment of Maqasid al-Shariah? As we can see that with the establishment of Maqasid al-Shariah, many industries continues to expansion their business. For For example, we have a few countries such as Malaysia, Brunei, and also Bangladesh who have an increment in their domestic market share. As for the countries that have not predominantly by Muslim, they are also started to open their doors to the Islamic finance. For example, they are start to sovereign with the sukuk. Apart from that, we can see many industry players start to comprehend and implement the Maqasid al-Shariah. For example, there are a few companies that started to establish their business with the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG), ESG, and also SRI. This help to the establishment of wakaf, zakat, and also sedekah, which can help to alleviate poverty, helps the needy ones, and also educate the economics to be more knowledgeable about their surroundings. Last but not least, the establishment of Maqasid Shariah in the World Economic Banks helps to promote and also broadens the financial inclusion. For example, we have SMEs, small medium entrepreneurship, who can gain their capitals from the Islamic financing banking. This help these entrepreneurs to avoid the riba, which is interest in their loans. As for that, this Maqasid al-Shariah have helped and promotes the stability in the financial world economic banks. As conclusion, we can conclude that Maqasid Shariah does help the financial world gets better and more stable with their presence. As the Quran says that the Quran urged the Muslim to show kindness, generosity, and also benevolence to their fellow human beings. As Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala says in the Quran, do good to parents, kinsfolk, orphans, and al-masakin, the neighbor who is near to kin, and the neighbor who is stranger, and the companion by your side and wayfarer. Al-Quran, ayat An-Nisa, verse 36. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, right now I will explain and answer how the national gross domestic product, or we can say GDP value, can increase by applying the protection concept of Maqasid Sharia. As we know together that GDP is a crucial indicator of a nation's economic progress. It reflects the overall value of goods and services generated within a country during a specific period. The principle of Maqasid Sharia can be implemented to safeguard the economy and enhance the GDP score. We will explore how the domestic score can escalate by enforcing the safeguarding principle of Maqasid Sharia. Firstly, Sharia compliant finance is founded on the principle of risk participation and moral investment, with a focus on fairness and financial progress. These principles can aid in the expansion of the economy and enhance the value of GDP. For instance, the risk participation characteristics of Sharia-compliant finance can result in more significant investment in productive areas of the economy, generating employment opportunities and augmenting output. The emphasis of fairness can also lead the more equitable income distribution, stimulating consumer spending and boosting the demand for goods and services. So, the implementation of Maqasid Sharia protective measure can lead to a surge in national GDP. This principle have the potential to safeguard the economy, foster investment, advance trade, and stimulate economic progress. The principle of Islamic finance, centered on ethical investment and risk sharing, can also contribute to economic growth and boost the GDP value. Policymakers must take into account the principle of Maqasid Sharia while formulating economic policy to ensure sustainable economic progress and development. Additionally, education, technology, infrastructure, and entrepreneurship play vital roles in economic growth and development. And Maqasid Sharia can be employed to promote the responsible utilization of these resources.
The implementation of Maqasid Sharia can be a better substitute for the conventional ethical methods in building a more financially stable through the ethical guidelines. Maqasid Shariah encourage the ethical principles that emphasize the fair and social responsibility. Maqasid Shariah prohibit practices that are unethical, such as usury, gambling, speculation, and exploitation. Moreover, the financial system can build the trust and stability by adhering to this guideline. The prohibition of usury, for example, helps to prevent unhealthy debt accumulation and over-reliance on the interest. Prohibition of speculation and gambling also helps to prevent disproportionate risk and adverse uncertainties. Apart from that, Islamic finance encourages the practice of risk sharing and opposes the excesses of risk taking.
In conventional finance, there are often that contract with a fixed interest rate, which can cause a moral problem and systemic risk.
In contrast, Islamic finance emphasizes the importance of sharing profit and losses within the parties involved through the instruments such as musyarakah and murabahah. On top of that, Maqasid Shariah emphasizes the importance of funding real economic activities that provide the concrete benefit for society, and within this framework, Islamic finance encourages investment to the production sector that provide a positive impact such as manufacture, agriculture and infrastructure.